There's a challenge ahead, or something that you're currently in that feels challenging. A block, an obstacle, something that feels impassable. You doubt, you lack confidence. You may even feel uncertain about what this challenge actually is and what it all means. Allow today's tarot reading to illuminate this a little more for you and provide some guidance on how to face it and navigate it. Now, this reading isn't here to tell you your future. It is here to help you step forward with more self-trust and soulful alignment. Never give your power over to tarot, only use it as a catalyst for self-inquiry. You have 3 soul paths to choose from. Listen to one or all 3. Timestamps are in the description, along with links to join my inner circle or to come work with me one-on-one for deeper, more personalized support. For those who would like a close-up of the cards today, let me do that right now. For Soul Path 1, we have Lead. For Soul Path 2, we have Wellness, Health, and Self-Care. And for Soul Path 3, we have Reframe. So when you feel ready, use your intuition to choose the pile that you are drawn to the most. Click the timestamp for your reading, and I will see you over there. For those who chose Lead, this is going to be your reading. I feel like you are an ambitious person that really likes to take charge, that has a big vision for something, and that really wants to lead people, guide people, move people, and serve people. So this is your current state card, and I feel like this is something that you already are doing and want to do more of, or you are aspiring to lead in some regard, and there's some block to doing so. It almost feels like it's just within reach, but always out of reach. So I feel like there's some moving forward and then stepping back. This could be metaphorical as well. It doesn't have to be actual, but that will be your current state. And we will get the rest of these cards out along with tarot clarifiers. Oh, all of these are coming out really fast. So there's definitely a lot of decision making, really strong decision making here. You don't pull any punches, you don't cut corners. You know what you need to do at any given time, and you don't question yourself. Or at least you don't want to question or doubt yourself. So for the rest of your cards, before I get into that, we have Solve in your challenge to overcome, Balance if you don't overcome the challenge, and then bottom of the deck is Repression, which I was going to show you at the end, but I automatically flipped it up. So again, you're just one of these people who are just decisive. Let's go, let's do, let's move. However, there's a blockage, and it could be related to something that is being repressed within you. And I feel you are actively working towards this, or that is a challenge that you have to overcome to find the answers, to find a solution for what this block is all about. So I feel like there's some research involved, there's some learning involved, there's some critical thinking involved. And this may be something that you are resisting at this time too, because you don't know where to start, you don't know where to begin. And if you don't overcome this challenge, you might have to continue to work to find some kind of balance. And we'll get clarifiers with the tarot. Maybe you'll always have to work really hard to find happiness and peace and harmony within something here. And repression. What are you refusing to feel in this experience? And what you might not be looking at or processing right now. What are you resisting to acknowledge in this? Specifically when it comes to the obstacle that you're currently facing. And I think that's going to be different for everyone, but maybe the tarot will give us more specifics there. So show me lead. Nine of Swords in reverse. Show me solve. Again, these cards are just flipping out really fast. Show me balance. Thank you. And the bottom of the deck we will show at the very end. So with the lead card, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. I feel part of this leadership is wanting to lead yourself out of some kind of situation, out of some kind of thought loop, anxiety, worry, stress, something that's going on in the mind that feels really loud and noisy right now. I feel you want to be free of that. So this could also be healing others. So if you are leading the charge, opening a business, you run a team, whatever it is. But if this is more of a personal thing where you are leading yourself out of somewhere, mental discomfort, then I feel that's what the reading is going to be about and who it's going to be for. So the Two of Cups in the solve, to find answers or a solution to a problem, to work something out, to untangle a riddle. I'm hearing it takes two, baby. So whatever you are trying to solve to help overcome this, you're going to have to work in partnership with someone else and vice versa. Finding a way to work together is what I'm getting with this, but also in a way that is very personal and intimate. This isn't about doing that work, but also forming some kind of emotional connection in the process. Five of Cups is if you don't overcome the challenge. Again, I think this is just clarifying, balancing two things and not really feeling whole, always feeling like you're grieving or you're not doing enough, always feeling like you're dropping the ball, and having to go through this emotional process and then having to return and stabilize yourself. So I feel it will be quite challenging and maybe a little emotional for you as well. So bottom of the deck is what you can engage with to help overcome the challenge. There's something that I feel you will uncover that you have suppressed, specifically in this challenge. And I feel that comes to light in some way. Strength in reverse. So this is your lower self. The fears, the false beliefs, the anxieties, the triggers, the reactions, all of those things that could be seen as negative aspects, but it could just simply be our triggers, the things that make us not feel good enough, to make us think something about ourselves, to make us react in a certain way that may not align with who we truly are on the day-to-day. So there's something here within repressed emotions or maybe a repressed fear that you might need to acknowledge in this process as well. But I think now this comes to light as you start digging deeper and getting more intimate with this challenge that you're moving through, getting to know it really well from the depths, very intimately. So if you're able to do that, then I feel you're going to really unearth and move through some personal healing, which is what you're on the way towards or what you're aspiring to at this time with the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you're at the beginning of this path, my dear soul, path 1. So that is today's reflection. If you enjoyed the reading, I would appreciate a like to let me know that it resonated, and would love for you to subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the community here and see more readings like this. Thank you again, and I'll see you in your next reading. For those who chose wellness, health, and self-care, this message is going to be for you. A couple of videos back, I got this card as a soul path pile, I believe, in a business or career reading. I'll link it in the top right if you're interested, but this is what came out as the main energy, and that is what I'm getting with this as well, because it is a wellness card. We'll get more information, but this is bringing focus to your health, your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, your overall wellness, how you are feeling. Are you feeling fatigued? Are you feeling tired? Are you going to see the doctor for things? Taking care of yourself, not just in a protective and rejuvenation stance, but also, are you doing the hard things to set healthy boundaries and doing things that feel really tough to do? But if it's a pattern that you're breaking, that's the discomfort that you have to step into. So I feel those are kinds of things that might be going on right now. And we'll get the rest of your cards. We'll also pull tarot to get clarifiers on this. Your challenge is self-care. Ding dong! Oh, that's funny. So, what can you do to nurture your mind, body, spirit, your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being? What is happening? This is fantastic. Spirit's being very clear tonight. If you don't overcome the challenge, universe. So maybe we'll get a message for you from the universe. But also, how are you being supported? Maybe that will be a challenge. If you don't overcome this self-care, you might not be able to support yourself in some way. And thinking about the bigger picture. This is also spiritual in nature. So it's not all bad. But one more card, which we will look at the end of the next round of cards here. So for Soul Path 2, wellness, health, and self-care, anything else you want to tell us? Four of Wands, yeah, it's about stability, creating stability, returned vitality, self-care. More information, please. Five of Wands, competing priorities, competing needs. This could be work and you needing some rest, for example. So those two competing desires, one to rest, but also be involved in work and to get things done. But the two are, it's like two different, you're holding two different values. And so those things are competing. Maybe there's a lot of passions involved too, a lot of desire, but you do progress. I see that you are facing and will face this challenge and overcome it, because it will really highlight what you need to prioritize, health and self-care being one of those things. And you might struggle with that for a little bit as you overcome that challenge. So, universe, King of Cups. Okay. So, how are you being supported? You could be supported by someone else in this if this obstacle isn't overcome. And it may not be a bad thing, but it also may be a not so good thing as well, where you are maybe learning something from this person, being guided by somebody. So again, good thing, bad thing, it's really hard to say. So bottom of the deck is what you can engage with to help overcome the challenge. Karma, past life cycles, Eight of Pentacles. So in a past life, I feel you really learned or felt that you had to work for your joy, work for self-care, to work hard and diligently and commit yourself to the work process. So this whole battle that I'm feeling, I feel is linked to a past life or a karmic cycle that you're here to overcome and learn within whatever context this might be. This could be within your health or within your relationships that you are committed to. This almost gives me therapist vibes. So again, not good thing, not bad thing, but this could have something to do with a marriage and really battling between some kind of priorities, wanting to take better care of yourself. So this could be couples therapy, but it also could be a therapist that you go see to help you overcome this challenge. So again, good thing, bad thing, I'm not sure. But I really feel that there is a cycle of you feeling like you have to work hard for love, hard for self-care, and for that stability. It's always been hard work. And so do you just continue to expect that? But what if it can be something different? What if it can be rooted in love and self-care? The way you take care of yourself, the way you take care of yourself when other people have needs as well, and how you balance those things in a very loving way. So that is today's reflection, my dear Soul Path 2. If you enjoyed this reading, I would appreciate a like to let me know that it resonated, and would love for you to subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the community here and see more readings like this. Thanks again, and I'll see you in your next reading. For those who chose Reframe, this message is going to be for you. You're currently in a state of reframing something. You're seeing something in a new way. You're seeing something differently. And there's a shift in mindset. There's a shift in perception here. And it could be getting you to confront a specific obstacle. And what might that obstacle or challenge be to overcome? What might that challenge be? Something that I feel you hesitate doing. Yeah, who wants to? We have ego, shadow work. But it's also about the false and problematic beliefs that you have about yourself and the world. So that's almost what's happening, is this shift from I saw it one way and now I see it completely differently. But you have to go through the ego to have that reframe. Upbringing is in the position of if you don't overcome the challenge. So it's facing some kind of upbringing, the limiting beliefs or values that were taught to you. So this actually feeds right into the challenge card. So if you don't maybe immediately address it, then there will be some confrontation with your upbringing. Maybe some of the toxic behavior or negativity that came along with that, and really seeing how it holds power over you. And that could show up in a number of ways. Bottom of the deck, we will look at the end of the next round of cards here. So, let's get right into it. I don't think I need to say anything else. What's being reframed? 9 of Cups, your happiness, your joy, your pleasure, what brings you satisfaction, self-love. How do you feel about yourself? What is the connection that you have to yourself? The ego, what's to overcome? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So working together, teamwork. I'm not sure if that is a limiting belief, that maybe there's a perception like you have to do everything on your own, or you are on your own. Upbringing. What do you face if you don't overcome the challenge? This could have some run-in with somebody from your past as well. 2 of Cups, yeah. Quite possibly a personal relationship, a very intimate or interpersonal relationship you have. This could be with a parent, a sibling, but it could also be with a love interest as well. But I do feel like it was some kind of intimate connection, some kind of emotional connection that you had, very close relationship. and it taught you something, or it will teach you something. And there's something that you've experienced in that arena that you're still hanging on to. Bottom of the deck. And this might even require a real heart-to-heart conversation with someone. So it's almost like that gets forced if you don't immediately address or overcome the challenge. What you can do or engage with to overcome the challenge. Truth. What do you need to recognize right now? What tough love messages do you need to hear right now? And how can you gain clarity and insight? With the 5 of Wands. So it's like fighting for your truth. Fighting for your integrity. And with that, you'll be able to really stand your ground. And in the confidence of who you are. And also battle those beliefs, those limiting beliefs that aren't actually true. Challenging them, getting to know them better, and even working to break them. Change the story. Will be a little work though, I won't lie. But that is your reflection today, my dear Soul Path 3. If you enjoyed this reading, I would appreciate a like to let me know if this reading resonated, and would love for you to subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the community here and see more readings like this. Thanks again, and I'll see you in your next reading.